President of Programming and Development for the Hub Network. And today I am also hosting What's the Hubbub, one of our great web chats where we bring you guys face-to-face with our talent. And today we have the star and the creator of Hub Network's Kid President Declaration of Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid President himself, Robby Novak, and creator and executive producer, Brad Montague. Woo!
Whoa! How's everybody doing?
We're doing groovy. What's up with you guys?
We're just grooving.
Yeah, just grooving. Us on the internet, talking to friends.
On the internet. Nice. Let's kick this off. I got a quick question from Sabina Bowman from TV Equals. Hi, Sabina.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
I'm good. My question is for Robby. I was wondering, if a kid watches your show 20 years from now, what would you like for them to learn from it?
Well, keep living the dream, make the world a better place, and let a grown-up help you.
That's awesome.
I really like your question because it cuts to something that we thought about, that we really, what we're excited about TV is that we wanted to have a long shelf life. Like, we wanted this to be the kind of show that 20 years from now, you know, a kid could find it and be like, whoa, this is really cool. And that the messages in it and everything in it would still be relevant. And that...
I'm not even moving my head.
Not even moving his head. It's a talent, but it can be done.
Thank you, guys. That is amazing. I love that answer. From Mommy Katie's blog, we have Estrella. Hi, Estrella.
Hi.
How you doing? I haven't seen you in like a week.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Wait. You're so. I want to see some of these drawings. You've been showing drawings before. What are those? Those are amazing.
It's Super Corn Dog.
Super Corn Dog Jones. That's the coolest.
Awesome.
Okay, my first question is, who was your favorite celebrity on the show and why?
I can say you tell them yours, and then I'll say mine.
No, you go first.
Yeah.
I gotta think about this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody was super cool. They were all very nice, but you know, I would say it's a toss-up between. We had Weird Al on the show, and I like turned 10 years old whenever I met him. I just was like, it's Weird Al, and he was really great. And you know, who would be another? Who would you say?
Tim Daly.
Tim Daly. He was cool. We went to his house. We filmed there. He was really cool.
And his house, and where his bed is, there's a window that's open.
Yeah, he had some super cool plays. He was fun. But you know, I think one of the nicest was when you say Craig Robinson.
Yeah, Craig Robinson was awesome. Sauce.
Yeah, he's like spent the whole day with us. We had fun, and he was just a really, really nice guy. It was really fun. But everybody's been really nice, and we kind of think of our show as though the celebrities are awesome, but the normal, everyday people we have on our show, we want to elevate them because we think they're the real celebrities. And so we have a lot of cool kids who are on every single show, and we think that they deserve all the attention and applause. And so Kid President's not about one kid, it's about awesome kids like you. And yes, right there.
Yeah! Awesome. Jeffrey Totti, how are you? Hello? Are you there, Jeffrey? Oh, no, Josh is... Okay, no Jeffrey. But we do have Josh Steen from Just Us Geeks. Hi, Josh.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. My first question is for Robby. It seems like you got to have a lot of fun interviewing Kevin Costner. Are there any other celebrities or people that you really, really like that you'd like to see get involved in your project?
Well, I would like to have all of them come back again so I can film with them. But the one that I really want to be on my show is Jamie Foxx, Hugh Jackman, you know the cool people.
Electro and Wolverine, basically.
Exactly.
Face off in a very special episode.
Some reason I think Electro's gonna win because they can like.
Really?
Like, if Wolverine sticks his claws in him, it'll just electro him and he'll break him.
But
And then
Wolverine is
he'll-
Wolverine.
This is great for just us, right? This is total geek chat.
This is exactly what we needed.
I don't know Electro because Wolverine, when he would stab him, he would just overcharge his metal, and turn him into his charge, and it would break off. It's like Electro just snap him.
He's really thought a lot about this.
He really has. I have a question here from Lisa Collins.
Wow, I was gonna say anybody from Full House, but that.
Stephanie, she's mine.
He loves Stephanie. He wants to be Stephanie Tanner.
I
Cut.
have a question here from Lisa Collins. Brad, this is really for you. What do you hope families take away from Kid President Declaration of Awesome on the Hub Network?
Well, when the premiere aired, one of the coolest things that happened, and it was unexpected in a way, because I didn't expect this to happen in such a big scale. But overwhelming, the response was that families, in between commercial breaks and afterwards, they were still discussing the show and talking about ways they could actually do things. And so that's been so exciting for us. Just the simple fact that the families are watching the show together is huge for us, because we wanted to make something like, we love like watching things together, things that he enjoys that I still find funny. And
Like how I pulled my goalie out and scored.
he's talking about how he beat me in a video game earlier, and it's humiliating.
He was really.
But we like families that do things together, and we want people to watch our show, but we really love that people are taking away the message of the show and actually taking action. And on the web, we've seen that, and on a larger scale now with TV, it's going to be exciting to see.
Sorry to change the subject, but this is how I beat him.
Oh, come on!
So, I passed the ball to the goalie. The goalie ran without any trouble to the goal, and I kicked it in.
Yeah.
The goalie ran to the goalie was, and I was just keep running away from him, going around him, and I scored. Yeah.
Brad, he just shamed you on the internet.
Story of my life.
Story of
Hey, KP, I have a question from Nikita from Nikki's Random Musings. You know, her family loves watching your videos on YouTube, and she wants to know, what's a tip that you could share to other kids who may want to start making their own videos?
Well, kind of like that same question. Keep following your dream and let a grown-up to help you.
No.
That's good.
Yeah. And one thing, like, we get a lot of people asking about, wanting to start a channel or start a show, and the first thing is that we think if you have something to say, then you should hop online. You should do it. Like don't just do it because you want views or you want to go viral or anything like that. We just simply did it because we were having fun, and there's so many people. I'm sure that person asking this question, and many of the people watching, you have something really important to share with the world. And so first think about what you want to say, and then find a really interesting way to say it, and the whole world will listen. Yeah.
Thank you. That's a great one. I think, Sabina, do you have another question?
I do. My next question was, I was wondering if you guys could tell us about one episode that you're super excited for everyone to see.
Ooh, okay.
Next week's episode.
Really? That's the one you're excited about?
Because it's going to be awesome sauce.
He's just promoting next week's episode.
Next week's episode. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Well, hopefully people are going to watch it, and hopefully they're going to think it's awesome. Awesome.
This episode's got some good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Mario Lopez and Ingrid Michaelson.
Mario Lowe.
Mario
You guys had
Lowe.
a dimple contest?
They had a dimple contest. We're not going to reveal who wins, but it's a tight race. The dimple contest. Show them the dimples. Yeah. I think every episode has something that we're really excited about. Like, there's an element in there that we're really proud to share with the world. But there's a special episode we did where It's based on something I did when I was a kid, where Kid President hosts an award show from his room, and it's called The Neighborhoodies, and that one has a little bit of everything that we're really excited about. So yeah.
Oh, that sounds
Estrella, do
amazing.
you have another question?
Actually, yes, I do. My other question was going to be, which of the episodes made you laugh and cry at the same time? Like, made you laugh so hard you cried?
Oh, that's the best way to laugh. Is to laugh.
When I laughed at one of them, I was drinking water, and water came out of my nose. I was laughing so hard, and I took a drink of water. It's like.
There's so many episodes that we kind of ruined the takes because we're laughing so hard.
There's one time when we're just kidding.
There is one I will say there's one that I am responsible for ruining, but it still works, and it's really exciting, where he has to do something he's really afraid of, which is to talk to a girl on the phone. And we filmed this happening, and I couldn't stand it. I was on the floor, like, dying laughing, and you can still hear me giggling a lot of times in all the episodes. I'm giggling, but that one especially, it hurt. I laughed.
That was one of our favorites too. We love that.
I am ashamed.
Josh, do you have another question?
I do. This question's for Brad. Brad, SoulPancake is one of the most progressive social movements around these days, and it's a lot more than just the notoriety that Rainn Wilson brings to the table, obviously. How important has the message of positivity been for you in your life, and what is it about Robby that stood out to you so much that made you realize he'd be a perfect fit to help spread the message of positivity?
Wow.
Good question. Yeah, So SoulPancake has been really special to me because they're just a really great team of storytellers, and they really care about people. Like, they don't just care about making stuff; they want to make stuff that matters, and in a way that is true to the actual material. So for us, like, this has been a family project, so it's really personal. Like, it's not just like something that we want to do for any other reason other than just love. Like, we wanted to make this because we love making things and we love each other, and we wanted to make something fun.
But what stuck out the most?
What stuck out the most about you is this idea that no matter what happens, you are always positive. Like, you're always dancing. And we call it's a joyful rebellion, you know? Usually rebellion is fueled by anger or fueled by, like, you're just upset about something, but
the breaches.
Yeah, but this is a joyful rebellion. Like, we're fueled by a joyful vision of how things could be. And so, like, you know, Robby, he does, his bones will break and he'll have a bad day or whatever. But even when he was like 3 years old, he would be, you know, laid up in bed but still finding a way to dance. And, you know, you just can't have a bad day when you see something like that, an example like that. And so I've tried to live that out too. Like, our days, our lives, our projects, they're all joyful rebellions, you know? Like, TV is one way, but we're like, you know, we're going to joyfully rebel against how you're supposed to do a show and do the one we know how to make. And so that's what, and same with our online stuff.
So we're going to have a good day. There ain't nobody gonna cry tonight. Ain't nobody gonna cry tonight.
Yeah.
I have another question from Lisa Collins. She wants to know, Robby and Brad, for both of you, who's inspired you the most in your life?
Everyone, my whole family.
Every person you've ever met?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy answer for me. What is it for Brad?
Well, you know, we love that question because it allows us to think about the people who do inspire us, and you know, obviously family is really important to us, but also teachers that like my 4th grade teacher especially means a lot to me. And in making the show, one of the things we've been thinking about are people that, like, were creative influences that inspired me when I was a kid. And I think, like, people like Jim Henson and Fred Rogers and Charles Schultz. These were all people who left indelible marks on me just by the things they made and the messages they sent in their work. And so that's one of the things we strive to do, is to make something that paid tribute to what they did in all of our lives, but made something kind of new.
Have a good day.
That's great. And I think that you guys have managed to carry that on. I mean, I think that's a message that everybody can take away, is that everybody in your life inspires you in some way, shape, or form to lead your life in a certain direction. I think that's what you said, Robby, is a big statement, and I don't even think you realize how big it was.
Yep.
What's cool is that in the show, there's we worked really hard to make sure that in every episode we get to like flood some person with appreciation, with just love.
Kind of like how Ray Wilson had to.
Yeah, like we threw a parade for a lady that's in our runs our post office in town, and that became something that we just like wanted to do in every episode, to do something that just like.
But then they got you back.
Then they got me back. This past couple weeks ago, the postal worker we threw a parade for, she threw a parade for me, and it was a cool moment. It was a little strange, giant signs with my head, but love comes back to you, you know.
Love does.
Yeah.
Nikita from Nikki's Random Musings had another question. She goes, "You guys have seemed to have done so much already. But what's the one thing you haven't done yet that you really want to get to?"
I want to go. Well, the thing I really haven't done yet. You mean in general, or
On the show.
or Kid President?
On Kid President, you know, we've met the
Yeah, let's
president,
keep it to the show.
we played the
general?
drums.
To the show, like on the show. What have you not done that you want to do on the show?
Kid President skydiving,
Kid President skydiving.
or snowboarding, or surfing, or anything.
Extreme.
What if you combined all three of them? If you skydove with a snowboard on your feet, and then like, hit a mountain, and then went right into the water. What if you did that?
Pretty cool.
Only if sharks were involved too. And
Yeah.
extreme
So I
animals.
like sink and go like.
Yeah. Or, you know, one thing we've talked about is like, you know, we met the president, we worked with the UN, we're thinking about going to space. Like, we're gonna just go out into space and do something. One thing that I would really love to see happen that we've been dreaming about is doing a project that connects kids all over the world for a day, where we work with classrooms and we just have kids all over the world having a discussion about how great, about ways they could truly make the world a better place. And so I think like kids really have some bold thoughts and some creative thoughts, and that if we just gave them the space to think and to talk that out, it'd be really exciting for the grown-ups to hear. And so that's something I would like to see happen. But skydiving with sharks and stuff, I would also like to see happen.
That's awesome. Maybe there's a way to combine it all too.
Yeah, I mean, go big. Go big.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
I think we have time for one more question from each of you guys. Sabina, do you have another question?
I do. I wanted to ask.
Oh, we lost you. Sabina, we lost your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, there you go.
Got it. Okay. Robby, I wanted to say you've inspired so many people, but what have you learned about yourself since you became Kid President?
What have you learned about Robby?
I became a better boy.
How did you become a better boy?
Making the world a better place. It's fun.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard, it's still fun.
You know, one thing I think I've seen in him is this, what a lot of people maybe don't see is because his like Kid President's so confident and does this, but our show was just done by he and I together. So whenever we had more people involved, it was hard for both of us. Like I think we were both really insecure because we're from a really small town.
It's probably the size of that room.
Yeah, and I'm really insecure. I'm an accidental filmmaker, so I think both of us were a little uncertain that we had anything of value to share when we went to big fancy rooms like at the Hub or other people. We're like, we're just little people. And one thing I've seen in him is he's grown in realizing that his voice does matter, and same thing for me. Like I've had to learn that maybe I don't know everything I'm doing, but my voice matters, and that's the message we're trying to send to kids, and I should believe that too. So we've both grown in confidence, and there's a big difference in being cocky and confident, and we've learned confident.
I'm confident.
Estrella, do you have another question?
Yes, I do. And my question would be, have you ever considered a vice president a girl vice president?
You!
Yeah, we've been super impressed by you. I mean,
You guys are on the campaign
got
trail
your
together.
campaign materials and everything. Hold that up again. Let's see.
I gotta see this.
Oh, wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah!
I love the Guild City stationery. I mean, yeah, she's eating a corn dog.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
Josh, do you have another question, or are you vying for a position on a cabinet?
Both. In the video, 20 things we should say more often, you guys included phrases like "I don't know" and "excuse me" and "I forgive you." Which of the 20 phrases do you think is the most important and could have the greatest impact on others?
Yeah. Do you remember that? We actually shot that video against this wall here. This is in my house. And I needed a chalkboard wall, and my wife painted this wall. But what do you remember, which one in that? You don't remember it? I think one that would be very important for the internet is that whole video was really personal. It was one that we were I was trying to work on in my own life, trying to say these things more. And one of those was the one that's I disagree with you, but I still love you as a person and I respect you because you're a person. If I didn't, it's really long.
Right.
But I think if the whole world could see each other as people, and if we treated each other like people, then that would be a huge step forward for us. And so that one's pretty big. But yeah, dancing's important too.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you!
Everybody, please tune in to Kid President Declaration of Awesome, only on the Hub Network, Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Thank you guys so much for making this awesome!
Thank you!
Thank you!
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.